please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome back to another Moistmas Vlogmas non-tent video. Today we're going to be directly responding to Amberlynn Reid's video titled, Let's Actually Talk About My Weight Loss Journey Full Stop. I like you managed the full stop as grammar at the end. No capital on the L or apostrophe between the T and the S. But okay, we're going to do that. The video has 3.1k downvotes, and the top comment, if you ignore mine, can I highly request that you stop with the intro? We don't need to know that you don't want to be here. The second most is the weight loss journey in the room with us. I have a distinct feeling she's not going to do much in the way of discussing the weight loss itself, but I live to be impressed. Smash the like.
Hello, welcome to another day of Vlogmas. So if you guys don't know, I'm doing a mini Vlogmas, so even if it's 3 minutes long, then who cares? As long as I upload December 1st through December 25th.
You know, fun little thing to think about. If you do actually commit to this, and you can upload these pathetic short videos that make it very easy for me to respond to, it would tell us you do have a capacity to commit to something. Granted, a 5-minute video, let's say 15 minutes worth of content, takes at most an hour to compile. You're not really working at all. The intro is also a little bit redundant, but I understand why you have it. You have it like anyone else would really, to pad out your video, to make it a little bit longer than what it ordinarily is. Although you've kept in theme with all the videos so far this month, this one is only 5 minutes long. Okay, 5:25, but I rounded down because it didn't reach 5:30.
So hello. I hope that you guys are doing well. I did not get much sleep. We were out looking for Rarity last night some more. We went and checked all posters, making sure they were still there. Some of them are taken down, and the places that do have them taken down, we don't re-put them because obviously those businesses are not allowing those posters to be there.
I think the majority of people who aren't nitpicking too much wouldn't be too bothered at the fact that your intro is the exact same for every video. They might take issue where you're phoning it in even more by repeating things you've already said in previous videos this month. I know you don't have the capacity to be original or creative. We all know, the struggle to find a loved one, including your pet, they are family after all, is never easy. When you put on a fake positive persona, people start to question more and they nitpick more. Your community especially, they love to nitpick everything you do or say, because, to be honest, you put on a character that was confirmed by your now friend, formerly not friend, before then was your friend, and we've seen it as well in your live streams. So when are you going to show us the real you and tell us what really happened to Rarity? Because people are starting to theorize the cat's already passed, and you're dragging this out for attention.
And I just tossed and turned so much last night.
Let me guess, you've got a lot going on. Not that we ever get to see any of that, because that's not the point of your vlogs. Yours are Tumblr Dear Diary-esque, but you're too lazy to type it out. Also, you wouldn't make as much money.
I just have a lot going on.
Do you, though?
Besides the Rarity thing.
This might be the bait that's featured in every single video so far this month, where there's one thing she will do on purpose, knowing, and I know it's not on purpose, there's no way you can be so flippant without it being intentional, to bait out the audience to get a response. The Rarity thing. A part of your family that you took on a 19-hour car journey to go spend some time, although apparently it's moving in now, essentially, with your new girlfriend that you broke up with but didn't break up with, who is a known feeder that got with you mere months after their partner, who was also exceedingly large, had passed away. You'd never met until they came to you, briefly, and now you've gone to them and you've stayed there longer than they have apparently stayed with you. Make this make sense.
I just truly believe that every single person on this planet has something going on that is affecting them in their life that they don't share.
This is true. There is no such thing as a person free of baggage or consequence in their life. Sure, your job though, Amber, is directly impacted by your claims of you have so much going on. Bitch, you uprooted to a different state. You left everything behind but brought your pets with you. The only thing going on really, let's face it here, is your pet has left. You have 2 left, apparently. I wouldn't be surprised if you quit searching for Rarity at the end of this month. I wouldn't be surprised if you stopped got a new cat, and said, by the way, I'm living here now. My mum's going to be here soon with all my stuff. Or you have to go back there to go and get it with Tommy to come back again. But this time you leave your pets at Tommy's place. Reckless Lynn, take for granted Lynn, waddle Lynn Reid at her finest. Trying to make a grandiose point when you are nowhere near as smart as you think you are.
That's why I think it's important to always choose kindness.
No.
Speaking of kindness, society, or maybe just this community, needs to get a little better about people not wearing makeup. Because whenever I'm not wearing makeup and my hair is just up, looking frizzy, people say how awful I look. I think that's rude, like genuinely. So for this Vlogmas day, I've decided, you know what? Let's wear some makeup.
Before you put on the mask to hide the real you, I just want to point out the reason people criticize you when you don't wear makeup is because when you're wearing makeup, you're hiding all the actual problems under a considerable amount of effort. The real you underneath is screaming for release, not from life, but from the prison you are putting yourself further into. Do bear in mind here, things like the skeleton and most of your normal organs don't generally change much in size. So for an average person, they fill out the space well. When you add a skin over the top that weighs about 350 pounds more than what the average person weighs, average by white and American standards or European standards perhaps, you find that this is unmanageable. So it starts to cause problems on the face that we see. The black rings are the biggest tell. You hide them underneath whatever it is you put on your face. Plaster, I would assume. When you do that, and you then do a video taking it off, you bait the response from the audience knowing they're going to go in on that and highlight it. You're playing the game, Amber. The problem is, you're playing the game at the cost of your life and your health. That's why your Cat 10 Barge interview is an intriguing one. An intriguing one because it could actually get you some attention that you wouldn't want from YouTube.
Makeup is on.
You know you could have padded this video out with the makeup part, right? I know it's not really content, but you have done this a lot in the past, so I'm a bit baffled why you are now removing even more from your content.
Hair is down, and while doing my makeup I realized I need to buy more gems because, like I said, they like fell out of the bag and now it's like literally a mess. They're getting stuck to the glue, so I just need to buy new ones.
Or, and this might be a novel idea, in Content Constable number 3 I mentioned you go to a car wash. Could well scrub those black rings off. Or you buy a literal resin mask that just sticks to your face. Has everything already applied to it, and the only thing you have to worry about then is the adhesive. And no, I'm not going to recommend epoxy. Tempted to, though, but I won't, because I'm not that much of a dick.
So I actually mentioned in yesterday's vlog that Tommy got me some early Christmas gifts, and one of them was like this cute little Barbie tumbler, and I wanted to show you the other 3. I'm sitting y'all down so I can grab the stuff. I did not bring my tripod upstairs, so...
I've always known Amberlynn Reid as a Vlogmas type, to be a gift giver. She did that with Feline, she did it with Becky, she did it with Destiny, I believe, as well. To be on the receiving end, though, well, no doubt she's going to cherish these gifts like there's no tomorrow until they break up, and then she'll have to burn them. I assume also these gifts will be functional in helping you find your cat, perhaps some cold weather gear.
So the first thing she got me is this cute little beanie. I'm not really a beanie girl, like I've never really worn one before, but you guys, I'm telling you, this is gonna keep me warm, folks. Because not only is it cold in Oklahoma, it's cold in Wisconsin, so do you guys think I look cute?
Because your head requires that heat. You find if you need to keep your body warm, and this is a bit of advice for everyone, I wouldn't worry too much about your arms, your legs, your head. It's actually your torso. Keep that warm and you're fine. And you're lucky. You're so warm you can actually be used with a lightsaber to keep others warm.
If you guys ever hear me say cute or like whatever with that weird little accent, it's because that's how I talk to like Twinkie, Rarity, Wasabi, Milo, Chewy. I'm like, you guys are so cute. That's just how I talk to the fur baby, so.
The problem you have with that baity word is that you're now talking to your audience with it. Your audience aren't your pets. I will admit, I speak to my dog differently than I do to my sisters, my nieces, my nephews. Of course I do, but I'm not going to talk to my audience by calling them Pom, am I? No. Her name's Lizzie, but she's also called Plumpy because she likes her food. I saw her in her quite small frame with a piece of birthday cake the size of her torso, and she did not surrender that piece of birthday cake.
Look at this cute little... Imagine if I had some like hoop earrings on. Oh my god! And then... Oh, you guys are falling. You guys are falling and crooked. She got me this shawl. It is so cozy. Like, what? I love how fluffy. Like, tell me I'm just not, like, set up right now. Like, winter is coming.
Like, my god, you can now wear all that to find your cat. In fact, instead of showing us all these cutesy little gifts you've got with your non-tent crap you're doing, where you still have yet to talk about the weight loss thing, now, why don't you instead go put your swag on and waddle on outside, walk all the streets and keep going until you find your cat? Someone that genuinely cares about their animals enough to cry on camera and edit their video of them crying? Yeah, there are questions. Integrity-related ones anyway.
It's not a bad thing to have high self-esteem sometimes. Like, trust me, there's a lot of the time where I feel ugly, I feel gross. I'm like, I am just like trash. I'm literally trash in a trash can, a dumpster fire.
The moment you said trust me, everyone instantly checked out. Because they knew damn well what you were about to say was not true in the slightest, because you're too full of yourself. You're so full of yourself, you don't make content. You make, and you still half-arse it, non-tent, but it's even lazier non-tent. You did more when you were gambling and going to bingo with your mother than you have done the moment you've been in Wisconsin. While you have shown brief moments of where you might be doing something to find rarity, I would put money on you spending the majority of the day watching podcasts and not putting any discernible effort into finding your cat because you don't care. You can say you do, but the results would say otherwise.
But then there's random moments like right now where I'm like, oh, she kind of cute. Not me having a crush on myself right now.
Well, someone has to, and it's certainly not going to be any of us.
Okay, guys, so I kind of want to talk about, like, the reason why I haven't been talking about my weight loss, weight gain, weight anything. It's because the topic has become kind of weird, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of taboo, kind of strange.
This is only correct if Tommy doesn't want you talking about it. If Tommy wants you to just be you and embrace you for you. You go through a cycle where you will refuse to go on diets, you'll then go back on diets. You'll do them briefly, you'll see a new psychiatrist, maybe a weight loss doctor. You'll then rinse repeat the moment it stops working because you haven't actually made any definitive changes to your lifestyle. This is the core problem, the crux of it. It's not taboo, it's that you know your audience are waiting on bated breath for you to simply admit you've gotten heavier. You started the year at just over 500. You crept down into the 400s and you are so excited. The moment it stopped because you put on more weight because you ate more food than you could actually handle, you gave up. And then you got with a feeder. You are not posting weight updates because you are no longer trying. Because you don't want to try. If you would simply admit you've quit, that would be easy. You don't blame everyone else for you failing for you. And that's what matters here. You should be doing it to help yourself. But you don't want to help yourself. It's why many are now being more, your haters, especially haters of the world, are wondering who's going to race themselves to the bottom first. You or Chantal. You're not too far apart. Chantal lies about everything and uses filters to save her life. You just don't bother showing us what's going on in your life. I put money on it right now, by the way, that Chantal's pulling in more money than you from YouTube than you are from your own content. Hell, your haters more than likely make more money from it. So the ability for you to continue this pathetic existence of a lifestyle is going to eventually crash. You'll either be subservient and reliant on Tommy, or you will be screwed and stuck there, or stuck homeless, because don't forget here, if you two break up, someone's got to come pick you up. Are you even paying rent on that flat still or not? And just to quickly go back to it, it is not a taboo subject, because there are some who are concerned. I have repeatedly said, if you actually bother to apply yourself, I will champion you for it. But you don't, so I won't.
Because of all the rumors that are not true, you guys know, I gain weight. I started this YouTube channel in the 300s.
I believe it was close to £1 for every single day of the year. Just to be clear here, you are 200 pounds heavier 10 years later. At the very least, you put on 20 pounds every year on YouTube. At the very least. Which, 1 year of it, not a problem. 2 years, perhaps not. Sustained, consistent growth, even after repeated attempts at trying to diet? No. Obviously, if we're going to be pedantic, we'll say, no, she gained the majority of it over X years. The rest of it's just her plateauing at this weight. I don't care. Don't be pedantic. You trying to be above it, dismissive, and flippant is a cute way of saying, I am not accountable for any of my sodding smeg-headed actions.
And I got all the way up to almost 600 pounds. I did that. That was me. And I've always yo-yo dieted. I've always lost weight, gained weight, did this diet, failed this diet. Like, it has been an ongoing trend.
It's not a trend, Amber, it's a cycle. Additionally, you are one of the only, very few, elite, lofty people to have ever failed Cheat Code 1 and Cheat Code 2 twice. As a whole, like, cheating, yeah, you failed twice. You're the only person I can think of that's done that. How embarrassing is that?
For my whole life, actually. My first diet, I was like 10 years old. But then ever since I got with Tommy, every single pound that I gained, I know you guys would blame her when it's not her fault. She is super supportive in me losing weight. She even wants to lose weight herself, where I'm just like, you don't need to, but if you want to, let's do this thing.
I'm going to press hard X to doubt. Firstly, Tommy, comparative to you, is in great shape. I'm sure Tommy is very supportive and will remain as such until you actually lose weight, which you won't do. You can try and act as if you're being responsible and owning up to it. And you do this all the time, but you never take responsibility and act on the responsibility. The onus of responsibility for your body is you. You only get one of them, one life. You choose to destroy it. You troll your audience with baity comments and actions in your shitty little videos, but the reality is you're doing nothing to help yourself. And you really do need to help yourself. As you get older, the guarantee of you being able to live a longer, better quality of life diminishes massively. If you can't get that into your skull, then you are doomed to fail forever.
But regardless, people took the blame and are putting it on somebody else when it's always been my fault. So it's just been weird. Like, it's just been such a weird topic. But behind the scenes, I am still doing what I've always done. Losing, gaining, weighing, not weighing. Like, I'm still doing what I've always done. I just haven't been doing it on camera.
Since your weight loss journey was such a focal point along with mukbangs for your channel, maybe you should. All these opportunities. I saw Keemstar laying to Boogie for all these things he does away from computer that he could live stream or turn into videos, and Boogie made every excuse of why he couldn't do it or wouldn't do it. This is your job. You should be doing it. People might have noticed here I've been very active this month because this is my job and things haven't quite gone to plan so far, and that's fine. We learn our lessons, we take the wounds, we lick them, and we move on with our lives. We crack on. Because I love what I do, I will be as active as I can be. Simple as that. You should be the same. You used to be the same. Now though, you don't film everything. Now you just film a few little bits of you talking vaguely about things to the camera and giving nothing away what's really going on in your life. Because you don't want to share it. You just want to allude to things and leech off the audience with the few views you are able to still get.
But I want to again. Like, I want to. But it's such a weird topic that people have absolutely ruined for me.
Okay. This is where your special needs come into this, and special needs because you are quite clearly low IQ smooth brain. If you set your life's goals and base it upon your audience to inhibit your ability to do something better for yourself, you deserve to fail, living through the eyes of those that criticize you. After all these years of on-off, up-down, left, right, you have absolutely no leg to stand on at this point, and I'm not convinced you can stand on them for more than 5 minutes. I would not be surprised if Tommy had to wash you, hand wash by hand, on the bed. This wouldn't surprise me at this point, okay? You should never base your life choices on people on the internet. On, by people, of people, whatever. You should never do that. But then this could be bait as well, couldn't it? And the reason people are concerned about Tommy is because of her ex. This does you no favours.
People have this, like, idea and assumption that mine and Tommy's relationship is one way when it's not. I shouldn't have to sit here and, like, explain myself. But I just feel like the subject of weight is such a taboo, weird subject now that I kind of want to leave that element. I want to leave that thought process. And I want to just say, f*** what everyone thinks. I know the truth. I know who I am. I know who Tommy is. And that's all that matters. So this is me trying to say that, yes, we're going to start talking about some weight loss again.
Whenever Amber says I know the truth, much like earlier, yeah, people check out. Because you only know the truth according to your confirmation bias. The blind spot you have because you've been finger blasted the right way. Perhaps Tommy even managed to get to that itch on your lower back that you could never reach, even with a loofah the size of a football pitch. The arrogance, the self-awareness to be so full of oneself, to act so high and mighty. Bish, you weigh at least 3 of your haters. That's what you are. You're short, you're wider than you are tall, your BMI is through the roof and nearer to 70%. You can't stand up long, your cat is missing, and you're obsessing over your haters. rather than getting that shawl and beanie on and cracking on with finding a loved member of your family, allegedly. Your priorities are completely balked. Grow up. You're nearing your mid-30s. You are not much younger than me. You're not a hot mess because you've eaten it. You're just a pile of trash. I would say you're akin to the Muck Pokemon, but, well, Muck doesn't have any bones.
Because I want to lose weight. Like, I just feel so much better when I'm eating better, losing weight, when I'm talking about it. And that's just what's important to me. So I just want to, like, take away all of, like, the loud noise of, like, people's assumptions and rumors and this and that. And I'm just going to do me. That's all I can do.
I have this theory when it comes to these videos. They're short. A lot of them are directly, indirectly addressing the haters of the world. I believe that she is catching on and latching on to the idea of solely doing videos in that direction, vaguely pointing to them knowing that that generates more interest in her content. The problem she has is, while it does, it's not leading to greater viewership on her channel, because people aren't watching her videos as much anymore. The shorter videos aren't going to pull in as much on the ad revenue. I think she's playing the audience on purpose. During this month alone, then she'll go back to being dismissive and do absolutely sod all, while setting goals in January that she'll immediately break like she did earlier this year. If she does release 25 videos in this month, based on videos she has released in all previous months, she would still owe us over 20 videos. Actually, I think it's closer to 35 at this point. She owes a lot of content. And she didn't lose weight either, because she wanted to do that too.
Harry Moistmas, ew.
Meggy Moistmas.